welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine, and I'm here to do a collective reading for the Lunar Eclipse in Scorpio, which is taking place on May 5th. And the peak illumination of the full moon will be at 11:36 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. Wow, this energy is very intense. I'm sure that many of you are feeling it, feeling these shifts and these changes, wondering what is even going on right now, and just trying to gain your footing. If you're feeling out of control, just take a deep breath. Try to find your way back to your center. There's a lot going on. So, as I said, this full moon lunar eclipse is in Scorpio, which is the which is all about the energy of transformation. The phoenix rising from the ashes. And what you might experience at this time is sort of in some things emerging from our subconscious. Certain blockages or limitations, which we may or most likely may not be completely aware of, are emerging now, being reflected to us now, so that they can be released, transmuted, and no longer be a hindrance to the vision of the life that you are hoping to create for yourself. What else do I want to say? Each of us individually is evolving. The collective consciousness is evolving. The earth itself is evolving. And so, it's really important that you know where your center is. That you know what you can do to bring yourself back to center. This is just like any other eclipse. I'll tell you that, it's not a great time for manifestation. And while I will say, you don't have to do anything here, you just have to allow, right? You have to just show up and allow, right? But you can do things, you can show up in a way that's in the highest vibration, because that's the best assistance that you can give to the collective, to your spirit team right now, is to find yourself in the highest vibration. So doing things like increasing your physical activity, drinking more water, eating healthier, having more quiet time, doing deep meditations, all of these things are going to help to get you in your highest vibration and to keep you in your highest vibration at this time. So it's intense. It's layers and layers of evolution here that we are experiencing, and let's just go ahead and get into this reading. I don't want to talk too much about it. Because I, just like you all, am feeling it too. Okay, let's see. Messages for the collective for the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. The last major event of eclipse season. It's going to live with us, though, for the next 6 months or so. So this is like the beginning of the release, and then that's like the beginning of the change. And then as we get further on into the year, into November, we might start to see how the changes have affected the way that we are showing up, living here in this incarnation. Fire, right? You need the fire for the transformation. The phoenix cannot rise from the ashes without first burning and becoming the ashes, right? You know what I'm saying? The rebirth cannot happen without the contractions and the push through the birth canal, right? The rebirth doesn't happen without that. So understand that, the no diamond without the pressure, all that, right? So understand that that's what we're experiencing right now. And the more you can, it's kind of like when you're giving birth, right? The more you can relax into the moment, right? The more that you can breathe into the moment, and the more that you can be a conscious observer in the experience that you're having, the easier it is for the baby to come through the birth canal. When you're all tense and freaking out and like, oh my God, what's going on? It causes everything to tense up, right? And you're not relaxing into it. And so, you gotta be loose here. You got to be loose here. And you have to just understand that this is whatever is happening right now. It feels like it could be chaotic for a lot of you, but it could be chaotic in a good way too. It's just like the energy is, don't get riled up. Don't get riled up. When you see the ashes, don't feel like, oh my God, look at all these ashes, right? No. It's like, okay, this has to happen in order to rise up from the ashes and to live in the existence, live in the type of existence that I really desire to live in. Oh, that's a lot of cards, but we're going to take them. Speaking your word, voice, connection, biome, secrets. Links, yes. Scorpio energy is all about secrets. Secrets could be coming out, and while they could be like, oh my God, I can't believe that this is happening. I can't believe I didn't know this. I can't believe I didn't see this. Like, it's also like it's coming out to like get you into like a new start, something new happening for you. You have loyalty here, the red-crowned crane, the snow leopard, the watcher, and leadership, the elephant. Some of your loyalties are shifting, changing. You might no longer want to be loyal to a way of doing, being, thinking. You might no longer want to keep someone else's secret here, is what I'm getting to. Or keep your, or a secret that you've been holding on to, something that you've been holding on to. You might be ready to just be like, you know what? I don't want to live in, I don't want to have that anymore. I just want to sort of be loyal to myself, be loyal to my truth, be authentic in my existence. No more secrets, right? I always say it, secrets make you sick. Secrets will make you sick. And you're willing to light those on fire right now and just be this, just to live out loud in your truth, speaking your word. Whether that's like what you believe in, socio-politically, or the true vision that you have for your life. Finally being like, okay, I'm tired of compromising that. I want to step into that energy. No longer looking outside of yourself for leadership either. It's kind of like you're like, okay, that is not following somebody else's way, and it feels almost like it just feels like betraying yourself for what someone else wanted, or someone else's desires, or someone else, you know what I mean? Just whatever it is that you were doing. It's ending now. And it's putting you in a space where you feel empowered in your voice. Whoa, hello. Wow. The Emperor card flew out. You feel empowered right now. You like, oh, and the Ace of Pentacles. Hello. um, yeah, new opportunities are opening up for you. Some of you may have started something, like you might have started something, started looking into something, and it's coming like now to fruition. Whatever opportunity you were seeking out, like you put some little effort, or not little effort. It seems like you put quite a bit of effort and energy towards something, and it's either like a promotion or a new opportunity, a level up in some way, expansion of your business here, a speaking engagement here. I'm seeing for some people an opportunity to travel abroad, perhaps do some work on the continent of Africa. I don't know what country. Or India, to do some work in India. I don't know. But it's almost like this is something, yeah, you're going to have to do some paperwork or something to go outside of, to do this work outside of the country, or do something outside of the country. There's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get done before you do it. But this is like something that you put in action, and then you were like, okay, I'm going to let it rest. I did it, I'm going to let it rest. Well, now here it comes. Now here it comes for the big payback. I don't know, that's what they're saying. They're playing the big payback. Here it comes, the big payback. This was something that you were keeping on the low. You weren't telling a whole bunch of people about what you were working on, what you were building. But I'm one on this Hierophant here. Whoa. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands and the Hierophant. I mean, it's almost like you play something like you played by some sort of rules. Oh, thank you. Laws. The laws of attraction, the law of detachment. And you magnetized an experience to you, or this is what's happening. This is the rising from the ashes. The rising from the ashes is some sort of like payoff, reward, growth, resurgence of power, of your power, your personal power. Some of you are like, I don't know, something about like they're saying becoming unindoctrinated. I don't know what that means. I guess that's like waking up, or like having some sort of realization about the world, or about yourself in the world, or other folks in the world, or something like that. But like almost like I don't know. I'm not surprised if the Hangman comes out. Let's see. Pa! Stop. Called it. The Hangman came out. So yeah, this is like a shift. It's a shift in perspective, because like you're seeing the proof of your work. Wow, with the Judgment card, something that you put to rest is now coming back, and it's coming back with like great reward. For some of you, it could be like a business opportunity is coming back around for you, and now you're ready to receive it. You have a different perspective. You're magnetizing this to you now. Yeah, the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, this is definitely something to do with money, which makes sense just because of all of the energy we're in Taurus season. If we think back to November, when we had energy mirroring this one with the full moon in Scorpio. The new moon in Scorpio. What was going on around that time? I want to say it was like the FTX situation happened in November, right? So the whole FTX collapse and whatnot. So for some of you, I mean, and I just feel like there's some kind of reward coming based on some sort of energy that you invested. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, choices that you made are paying off. Um, Choices that you made are paying off. Um, you're also being adorned. For some of you, you're being adorned, so you might win some sort of award. Maybe you did some sort of submission to something, like a submission to a festival, or submission to some sort of competition or something, or maybe a submission to a magazine. I'm getting some, like, you wrote something, you submitted it somewhere or something like that. But you will be adorned. This is what I'm getting here. Wow, with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Y'all's money, our money, I'll own it, I claim that. Our money is looking very good here. Collective. It is. It's looking like there's going to be something, a choice that you make that pays off here. And so make it with confidence. Make this choice with confidence, especially if it's like a new direction in business, or like, yeah. The wait is over. This came out in the reverse. The wait is over. The change is here. Yeah, the rest is over too. You have the four of swords in the reverse. It's been slow, but you held your position, and because you held your position and didn't separate, didn't trick yourself out of it, here comes the happiness. Here comes the, look at the don't they look like they just, they got it all now, right? Look, we did it. This is the ta-da, look, we did it. So whatever that happiness, that harmony is for you, it pays off. Your territory is expanding here. Your territory of joy, your territory of bliss, it's all expanding. Releasing confusion and stepping into confidence here. That's what's going on. I'm definitely going to keep this one short and sweet. I want you guys to just, take it easy here in this energy, because that's what I'm trying to do. But I am going to get a couple of oracle cards just to wrap it up here. I'm going to start with one of these Sufi wisdom oracles, and then we'll end with an mystical shaman. So let's just see here. And I'll read both of these from their respective books for us. I have one oracle card for you to wrap it up. I am going to do an extended pick a card over on Patreon for this. And then, I'll do the shuffle after this, this reading, so that if you want to join us over on Patreon, you can see how I shuffled to pick your deck or pick your tile. Let's see. I'll take that. I think this is 2. Is this 2? It is. We'll take them both. And then I'll do one from here. You have drunk with love. Let love lift you to freedom and beyond the ego. Which is funny because the song came to me, has been like on repeat in my head. Like I've been listening to it off and on all day. But it's the Gap Band, You Are My High, has been there. Has been coming up. It's a really pretty song. If you haven't listened to it, you should listen to that song. Maybe I'll try to put the link in the comments section. But you have Drunk with Love here. Let love lift you to freedom. Let love set you free. Yes. Love, the highest vibration of them all. If you can sit in the vibration of love and compassion for yourself, for others at this time, it's really going to help us all to elevate higher. And also very, very practically help to change your life in positive ways. And then you have Beyond the Ego, surrender to the flow of life, surrender to these changes, know that these changes, allow these changes to find you in flow. Allow all of the shifts, allow all of the transformation to find you in flow and vibrating at an energy that allows for easy transmutation. There it is, the Time Master. Yes, come on, timeline shift. Okay, so I'm going to read. Which one do I want to read for this? Let's read Drunk with Love. I feel like that's the one. I'm going to do it. Here it is. Okay, and this book always gives us a little poem, and this one has a Rumi poem attached to it. So it says, borrow the beloved's eyes. Look through them and see the face of the beloved everywhere. You will feel no weariness, no indifference for what was unappealing before no indifference for what was unappealing before will begin to appear in a new light. When life is mundane and waking up in the mornings is void of excitement, it means that we are pulling away from our dreams. This is when we need to improve our personal lives and make positive change in our relationships. Being drunk with love removes the barriers that have held us apart from others, from the divine, and from the world. Now is the time to focus on love and on giving from the heart, perhaps to rebuild an old love connection or initiate a fresh start. Rumi's message to you is to let go of your self-centered thoughts and begin to see everything through the eyes of love. When you perceive with loving gaze, you become surrounded by energy like a fragrance in the air, which shelters you with a pure love such as you have never known before. You will be escorted by a warm, blushing glow that calls you into a community of friends who welcome you into their hearts. Beautiful. And then we'll read the Time Master. Time is a construct of the human mind through which life events are seen to flow in a straight line from past to future. This, however, is an illusion. Time moves in patterns, fractals, and sometimes turning like a wheel, other times moving straight as an arrow. Humans see time like a ticking clock, and this image reminds us that there is only so much of it to spend in life, like a kind of currency. At any given moment, you can see time in all its infinite potential, at once vast and all-encompassing, then shrunken and finite. It all depends on perspective. When the Time Master visits you, he asks a most important question. Will you break free from limited cause and effect thinking by moving beyond the linear illusion and welcoming the cyclic quality of time? You find yourself in a moment when the wheel of time turns and you are able to influence the past, thus changing the present and future simultaneously. This is the true test of the Time Master. You're being invited to take back your power, so let go of the past and choose to step into your life. In this moment, you are all powerful. You are the Time Master, and anything is possible now. Sometimes it appears that you are running out of time. You worry you won't get what you need or want. Everything gets stuck in a logjam. This is only in your mind. Time expands and contracts according to your ability to be mindful and observant. Fully engaged in your now it's time to release the story of your past. Equally, it's time to release your need to know the details of the future. All the treasure magically reveals itself when you remain relaxed and present to what is directly in front of you and nothing else. Then you realize you have all the time in the world and you will never run out of it. All right, y'all. That has been the message. Drop me some clocks or some hourglasses or something down in the comment section if you made it this far. And if you have, wow, you're such a writer. I really appreciate you. If you want to join us over on Patreon, you can do that. Follow all my social medias. The link to book personal readings is in the description box below. And yeah, that's all I got right now. I am sending you guys so much love, so much peace, so many blessings, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.